Coming to you from deep inside the bowels of a great big empty. Get ready for another episode of The Home Defense Show with Skip Coryell.
And that was Golden Glenn, the official announcer of the Home Defense Show, and I'm your host, Skip Coryell, author of 22 books, Marine Corps veteran, founder of the Second Amendment March, proud father of 7, grandfather to 20 and counting, and as a special bonus, I'm also madly in love with my own wife. My priorities in life are God, family, and country, in that order, and I hereby promise to never compromise in my convictions. I may go broke, but I'll never go woke. And joining me today is my beautiful, lovely, adoring wife, Sarah.
Hello, it's great to be with you again on the show, honey.
Well, I would certainly hope so. Wouldn't be much of a show if it was torture for you to come here.
Oh, well, that's true, yes.
So, what is heavy on your mind?
My mind? Oh, we've had like a crazy last couple of weeks, and last week was really beautiful and also really busy. So now I have to kind of pick up the pieces of life and figure out, okay, all the little things that I keep juggling, all the little pieces fell down. I have to pick them up.
Well, what made it such a hectic 2
weeks? It was Holy Week, and we had Pascha on Sunday, and leading up to that is services. We live out in the country, and we have to drive into the city, so there were services twice a day, all week long, and we can't eat other people's food, so we have to come home and cook and pack lunches, and then carry them in, and then come home again, and then there's you just shove all of your life in a 2 hours chunk every day. Anyways, yeah,
it was
beautiful, really exhausting.
We've been Orthodox now for going on 5 years. I'm 68, 63. We became Orthodox, and I got to tell you, Lent is 40, 50 days marathon of praying and fasting and all of this stuff, and it culminates in the final week called Holy Week, where you spend most of your day at work, at church, almost every day for a week.
It's amazing. The idea is that you're walking with Christ through, when he comes in
through
Jerusalem.
The crucifixion and the resurrection, yeah. But, boy, it just ended, a day ago, and, oh, man, I'm tired. We came home and we slept for a whole day. but it's worth it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And we're getting ready to plant gardens. We've got tomato plants going right now. Mm-hmm. We're still stacking wood.
The kids are bringing me chives out of the woods. It's so great.
Yeah, chives are growing
chives
out there. Yep. I need to go fishing, and mushroom hunting is really soon now.
I'm begging the boys to take out the blackberry vines all over the property because this is the time now where they're dead. Yeah, the poison ivy. Yeah.
Well, I tell you, folks, this is mushroom season. I live and breathe for morel mushroom hunting season in the spring and deer hunting in the fall.
Yes, he does. He's not kidding.
Man, I gotta get out there and get some morel mushrooms because I just love those things.
They go good with venison, right?
Right. All right. But before we get too far into the show, let's thank our sponsors, United States Concealed Carry Association, ShootingClasses.com, Center Shot Indoor Gun Range, and Trinity Training and Security. All right, Sarah, we have got today, our main topic it's a military topic.
Okay.
And I'm going to have you go ahead and read this article. This article is from Ammo Land, and then we're going to discuss pistol-free zones on military property. So why don't you lead it out, and I'll interrupt as I see fit.
Okay. On April 2nd, 2026, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth issued a memo directing installation commanders to respect the Second Amendment rights of our service members on United States military installations. Hegseth noted the Constitution is there to protect the rights of all Americans, including the rights of service members, which are protected by the Second Amendment. The current policy in place in the United States military made it virtually impossible for service members to be able to carry firearms for their own protection unless they were military police or in some training exercise. Installation commanders have had the authority to determine who may carry weapons on their installations. Secretary Hegseth directed the installation commanders to start with the presumption that a request by a service member to carry a personal weapon for personal protection is valid. The memo I'm signing today directs installation commanders to allow a request for personal protection to carry a privately owned firearm, with the presumption that it is necessary for personal protection, Hegseth continued. If a request is for some reason denied, the reason for that denial will be in writing and will explain in detail the basis for that direction. Military bases have been, in effect, gun-free zones where only a very few people, mostly military police, were allowed to be armed. Secretary Hegseth noted recent mass public shooting attacks on military bases at Fort Stewart, Holloman Air Force Base, and Pensacola Naval Air Station. Most mass public shootings take place where the attacker knows most people are not allowed to carry defensive weapons. The memo from Secretary of War Hegseth is designed to remove military bases from that category. The memo directs commanders to assume the need to carry for protection is legitimate. The incentives should become biased toward the protection of the right to bear arms.
I didn't interrupt you at all.
You did not.
I was very polite. But there's so much to say.
So much to say. Well, go for it.
There's so much to say about this. There is a history, a long history of shootings on military bases right here in America. I mean, you would expect like terrorist activity, at bases over in like Europe or the Middle East or someplace like that. But you don't really expect it here on American soil. But
right. Should be safe.
It is, boy. Probably the most well-known one was the Fort Hood, Texas shooting, Kylene, Texas, at an Army base. Nadal Hassan, a U.S. Army major, a psychiatrist of all things. He was a radical Islamist, and he just set out to kill as many American soldiers as he possibly could. And, boy, he killed 13 soldiers and injured more than 30 others.
Wow.
And, boy, that was the deadliest mass shooting on an American military base. But that was under Obama. And, soldiers, airmen, Marines were not allowed to carry firearms on American military bases. And as a Marine Corps veteran, that always just baffled me. It's like, okay, you've issued us, M16s, M4s, and you've trained us how to use them, but then you don't trust us with a 5-shot revolver, that we can carry on base. I mean, that's crazy. Of all the people, I mean, you can't say you don't trust us with guns because you issue us guns, and then say you can't carry it for your own protection. I hated that, but that's the way it was for so many years.
That's really crazy.
Well, a lot of people die. I mean, gun-free zones kill a lot of innocent people.
Yeah.
I remember, I can't remember the date, but it was years back. It's while I was writing my book, We Hold These Truths. I got to know a A-10 Warthog pilot who had been deployed in Afghanistan, and I love those A-10 Warthogs. And I got to know this guy, and he was the consultant that I used, military consultant, because he was an A-10 Warthog pilot. And I had A-10s that were pretty prominent in that novel. And he was the commanding officer. He was a lieutenant colonel. And he invited me to his air base. And I went there, I got there, and, he cleared me through security, and he walked me around, and I got to go up and see the A-10s, and I had no idea they were so huge. They were just, they're incredibly armored. The armaments they carry is just amazing, and the only reason they can fly, because they weigh a lot. They're big, they're bulky, they're not that aerodynamic. The only reason they can fly is because the engines they have are huge. They're just oversized. You look at them and it's like they're half engine. Okay.
Wow.
But I remember being there and then realizing that, hold it, this is a gun-free zone. And I'm not going to say on the radio that I was armed, but I will say that it was a concern for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I figure, hey, I'm with the colonel. He's the commander of the squadron, so I wasn't too worried about that. And get this, I was picking him up. It was during a blizzard, and I was picking him up there to go to Ted Nugent's house in Jackson, Michigan. So the whole thing was just full of all kinds of irony. But that was a good day. I got to see A-10s and
In a blizzard.
in a blizzard, go to Ted Nugent's house.
With the colonel of the air
With the
air base.
yeah, with the commanding officer of the squadron.
Well, that sounds like a fun day.
But these pistol-free zones, over 90% of mass shootings occur in pistol-free zones. And of all the people to not allow to protect and defend themselves is the people that protect and defend us.
Have you ever heard a reason why they don't allow soldiers to carry on bases?
I've heard reasons. Who's the commander-in-chief of the military? It's the president, right?
Right.
Okay. When Donald Trump became president in 2016, he issued a similar directive so that soldiers, military people could carry on base.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So 2016 to 2020, that's the way it was. And then 2020 to 2024, Biden instituted a ban on the military carrying guns on base. Okay?
Wow.
And Obama did the same thing.
I figured they just left it at status quo. I didn't realize they actually banned it after it was already good.
It's political. It is all political. I'm not sure what George W. Bush did, but I just don't know the history there. But for the last 20 years almost, it's been, hey, if a Democrat is president, soldiers can't protect themselves on base. If it's a Republican, then that's just the way it's been. You can't really deny that. But this Fort Hood shooting, you have warriors by trade. Okay, Hegseth calls them war fighters. And they have this spirit in them that says, we will protect and defend innocent life. Mm-hmm. That's what they're all about, and that's why they became warriors in the first place.
Right.
But in that Fort Hood shooting, it's not like they just cowered under their desk and waited to be executed. 3 or 4 of them, attacked this major with their bare hands. But because they didn't have guns and the major did, they died. But they still tried. And I just think it's a travesty to have our soldiers, our military people, to be disarmed by the commander-in-chief. It's disgusting to me. It makes me angry that so many people have died because of a civilian president who will not trust his people and will not respect the Bill of Rights.
It's incredibly dishonoring.
That's what
these people
that's
who
what
are
it all
giving
comes
everything.
down to.
Yeah.
Well, I've talked.
It was a good talk. It was a good talk. Thanks.
That was a
good talk.
Okay. Well, do you disagree with anything that I said?
Not that I can think of.
So I can pretty much say anything, and you'll agree with me now?
No, that is not the same statement.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, we have got a very busy day ahead of us. But, Sarah, remind us who our sponsors are.
Thank you very much to our sponsors, to the United States Concealed Carry Association, shootingclasses.com, Center Shot Indoor Gun Range, and Trinity Training and Security. We appreciate you guys very much.
Yes, we do. Without our sponsors, our show wouldn't be on the air. Well, all right, folks, that about wraps it up for this week's show. I've had a good time, and I hope you have too. All right, I've written 20-plus books, and they're all available on Amazon.com in paperback, ebook, and audiobook. This week, check out my book, We Hold These Truths. It's a geopolitical thriller, and I think you'll like it very much. And if you want training from me in person, then check out Midwest Tactical Training at shootingclasses.com. Please join us again next week for all your home defense needs. In the meantime, God bless and stay safe.
Thank you for joining us this week on The Home Defense Show. Now, get out there and protect the ones you love. We'll see you next week with more of the best.
Bye-bye, boys! Have fun storming the castle!
Firearms training should be easy. Instructors can focus on teaching and not worry about all the complex paperwork and management behind the scenes. Just pull the trigger and let us do the administrative work. Welcome to shootingclasses.com.
At Center Shot Gun Range, we are passionate about training. Don't know where to start? We offer a 1-hour new shooter seminar to introduce you to the world of firearms and help you find training opportunities specific to you. Concealed carry, home defense, firearm safety, AR-15, private one-on-one training, custom training, or maybe you're on a security team looking to protect your church or business. We even offer weekday morning and evening classes. Center Shot Gun Range has you covered. Start your journey at centershotgunrange.com.
Hey there. Yeah, you. It's time to level up your skills. Check out shootingclasses.com and explore a wide range of training options. With more than 50 types of classes to choose from, beginner to advanced, concealed carry to medical training, online sessions, and even non-live fire courses, there's something for everyone. Just enter your zip code, use the filters to narrow your search, and find the perfect class for you. This site has all the details: instructor bios, class info, requirements, available dates, and the option to register, all in one place. It's that simple at shootingclasses.com.
In today's world, safety and preparedness are more important than ever. At Trinity Training and Security, we offer comprehensive training for your peace of mind. Whether you're obtaining your concealed pistol license, mastering CPR and first aid, or engaging in scenario-based training, we've got you covered. We look forward to working with you in one of our classes or bringing the class to your church, school, or business. Need security for an event? Protecting your assets? Our team provides private security, close protection, media crew escorts, high security terminations, and more. Always with discretion and professionalism. With Trinity, safety is more than a service. It's a commitment.
Avoid danger, save lives, and keep your loved ones safe. If this sounds good to you, you sound good to me. And I'd like to help you do those things. Avoid danger, save lives, and keep your loved ones safe. If you're looking for more excitement in your life, we have nothing to offer you. But if you are a thoughtful, responsible, nonviolent man or woman, we'd love to teach you what to do if something crazy happens. More importantly, we'd like to teach you what not to do. We currently have over 500,000 members. They are doctors and single moms and firemen and grandmothers and veterans and Democrats and Republicans and members of every faith. But the one thing they all have in common is that they know exactly what to do if something crazy happens. When you're with one of our members, you are safe. Our members know how to de-escalate situations. They know how to calm things down. We are the United States Concealed Carry Association. See what we're all about at usconcealedcarry.com.
Discover the little-known backstory of the U.S. Concealed Carry Association at usconcealedcarry.com.